We are here exactly at the border between Syria and Iraq. At this exact border crossing in mid-August, the border was opened again after it was closed for 2 months, and we have seen now more than 45,000 Syrian refugees crossing this border into Iraq. People are coming here quite exhausted and have walked through what you see here. This is sort of the no man's land. This is about 4 to 5 kilometers of almost desert-like, hot, unshaded territory. It's up to 55 degrees hot, so the people come here quite exhausted. We see a lot of sick children coming over, pregnant women, mothers, young mothers who just gave birth. They will be seen here, and then they can go up the hill where we have our MSF medical tent, where we can see them all, and that is also the place where they will be registered as refugees in Kurdistan, and from there they will take a bus to the refugee camps further inside Iraq. This is what you see here is the medical tent of MSF. We set that up about 10 days ago. We see as an average about 50 patients per day, all Syrians, refugees crossing the border. Some of them have just mild symptoms of exhaustion and like dizziness, headache, vomiting. Some more severe cases like diarrhea. We see people who are, of course, traumatized from what they have lived through in Syria. We see people who are chronically sick, who have no medication, running out of medicine. They needed urgently new drugs, continuation of that treatment. We have seen sick chronic children. One needed dialysis, so they had the last dialysis in Syria and now needs continued treatment in Iraq. We see a lot of older people with chronic diseases without medication. At the moment, we cannot predict if this border stays open. The bigger problem we see is not that the refugees are not allowed having access or entrance into Iraq. The problem is more on the Syrian side, that we hear stories from the patients who tell us that they are blocked along the way. They cannot freely leave the country. The situation in Syria is getting worse and worse. People have been trying to leave the country for a long time, or having find many different places to stay. More than 4 million IDPs, internally displaced people in Syria, trying to find a safe place to stay. So when they come here, when they finally cross the border, this is sort of the final decision that they say we cannot live there any longer. We have no electricity, no running water, we lost our jobs, there's no working opportunity, we are running out of food. And if then usually shelling starts or fighting in their village or in their town, that is the trigger point when they say this is unbearable, we cannot stay in Syria, we have to leave.